If you are joining me for the first time, please remember to click subscription button and hit that notification bell to be the first person to receive the video that will be produced by Davi-tech-media. Davi-tech-media, updating you. Davi-tech-media, subscribe to Davi-tech-media.
Zambia's main opposition leader, Hakainde Hichilema, says his party, the United Party for National Development, must promote the country's investment potential. His remarks came during a program organized by the Wilson Center in Washington, D.C. VOA's Peter Clottey sat down with Mr. Hichilema and filed this report.
Essentially, I came over here to deliver a talk at the Woodrow Wilson Center here in Washington, D.C. Basically on the state of play in Zambia, economic situation, political situation, what opportunities exist, for growing our economy.
So what is the state of play, particularly with the economic situation in Zambia, and how can investors from the U.S. and around the world invest in Zambia?
Yeah, essentially we have a declining economy in terms of economic growth. We have a downgrade from the days we used to grow at 7+% per year in terms of GDP. We are down to 3%. Actually, maybe 2019 close will be below 3%, maybe 2% plus, and because of many reasons. And these are the reasons we need to address in order to push up growth. To push up growth, we need investments. For investments to come, we need to make the climate conducive, attractive, conducive, consistent. But to do that, we need to address the current reasons that have suppressed growth in our country.
So you met some people here. What can Zambia do at the moment to attract these investors or create the enabling environment for investors to say, okay, well, I want to invest in Zambia?
First and foremost, I think growth in our country is inhibited by a number of factors. One of these factors, critical factors, is the debt cripple. I call it a debt cripple because we have a substantial increase in our debt portfolio, which is taking away resources that are meant to be invested in revenue-generating ventures, in sectors that will drive growth. And this debt was obtained at a high cost. I'm talking about interest rate. It was obtained and then not applied in revenue generation. It was applied in consumption and in areas such as road construction, which basically drove the appetite for investment in that area was the corruption element for those in public office to access that borrowed money and therefore inhibited growth to an extent where now in today's revenues available to the country, between two expenditure items, debt service, one, number two, public sector wage, almost 80% of the total revenues go to these two items only. And that leaves less than 20% of the revenues for investment in agriculture, in health, in education, in value addition in manufacturing. That's too little. So we will need to address our message to the investors here that we, as the UPND government, as we take office, will address these issues by basically a couple of measures that we'll take to restructure debt, to basically replace expensive debt with cheaper debt, to reschedule the debt, number two. Number three, all revenues available, most of these will go to investment so that we can grow the economy, create the jobs, business opportunities, raise resources to support health, education, and indeed sanitation, clean water, and other areas. That's the message we're delivering, that we have the capability to deal with this debt crisis that will clear the room, if you like, create a headroom for investment and growth.
If you are joining me for the first time, please remember to click subscription button and hit that notification bell to be the first person to receive the video that will be produced by Davi-tech-media. Davi-tech-media, updating you. Davi-tech-media, subscribe to Davi-tech-media. Davi-tech-media, subscribe to Davi-tech-media.